Shri Asaduddin Owaisi.
Sir, I am of the opinion that this problem is not merely a law and order problem, sir. Sir, on 15th, the Maoist have announced that from 15th of April, the TCOC operation will be launched to create more space for the revolutionary forces. Now, even before 15th of April, they had attacked at this Chintalnar, sir. There are a few questions which I would like to put to the Honorable Home Minister, sir, through you, and I hope that when he rises to reply, he will answer those questions. Why wasn't this lying up operation or the standing operating procedures followed? Because the first statement the Honorable Home Minister made was, a huge mistake was committed, they have walked into a trap. Now when you see the standing operating procedures, these forces were sleeping on plain area. Now it is a known fact that standard operating procedures are, when you post a sentry, it is always on an upper ground level. Secondly, it was a known fact that from last 6 months there were no violence activities in the Bastar region, apart from burning of 2-3 cars. So this was a well-planned attack. Why wasn't, if an intelligence was given, why wasn't it followed? Third point, sir, it was a known fact that 5 companies of People's Liberation Guerrilla, the PLGA, were moving around. Was that told to the police force? Secondly, a fifth point, sir, and now you are blaming an officer of AP cadre who, according to media, was posted for 5 years in Jammu Kashmir. He arrived only 4 days before. 4 days before this thing happened, the 6th of April. And before this attack took place, the Honorable Home Minister made a very lofty statement that in 2 years I am going to control this problem. Now, on what basis such statement was given? And moreover, Mr. Chairman, the Maoists are showing their military superiority on the ground, whereas our security personnel are not able to match them at all. Another important point, sir, I am concluding, is that it has affected the morale of the security forces. Look how jittery our security forces are. A central committee member, Karwat Gandhi, who was being taken by train, was taken off and flown back. This is the kind of jitteriness that has been created. And this is how Maoists have been successful in doing that. I would like to know, sir, why can't this House debate issues raised by the Maoists, whether it is Kalinga Nagar, POSCO or land acquisition? When the political leadership is giving assurances to the tribal people as far as land acquisition is concerned, our assurances are taken by pinch of salt. Whereas when Maoists are saying, we will protect your land, we will not allow it to be taken, people are following them blindly. So there is a huge vacuum, sir, about the confidence of political leadership. Let us ensure that this confidence is created. Why can't we develop Raipur? Why can't we develop Jagdalpur, where you have no activity over there? Why can't we audit this block development funds, security-related expenditure, modernization of police force? According to a study, sir, the modernization of police, the amount that has been spent on modernization of police force, according to study till 2009, it worked out to 53 paisa per policeman. Is that enough? Our defense expenditure is exceeding. Naturally, it should exceed. But what about our police modernization fund? Lastly, sir, there is a famous Chinese saying, you beat the grass to startle the snake. You don't go into the grass and catch the snake. You create a ripple in the center, but to develop the shore. And to put it more bluntly to the Honorable Home Minister, if one is eating a tandoori roti, he does not eat from middle, he starts from the corners. Let us secure the peripheral areas. Let us secure the borders, interstate borders. Let us debate. Let us, for God's sake, understand that this is not a law and order issue. My good friend Telugu Desam member has talked about how in UPA government numbers have increased. Sir, his own chief minister was not able to save his life. Even there was attack on him. His own home minister was killed. So let us not bring it down to the level of UPA and us or NDA or Telugu Desam. In Telugu Desam period, 3,000 civilians died. Same number of police people died. And then Mr. Naidu went to the people, assuming that he will have sympathy. People didn't have the sympathy for him. Because it is another important issue. Lastly, sir.
Yes.
Now, I am concluding, sir. Wherever there is misgovernance, wherever there is lack of administration, you have Maoists filling that vacuum. This is the reality of life. There can never be vacuum in life, sir. And I have my own apprehensions. When I read in newspapers, I follow the media, that the government will use the military. Will the UPA government impose Armed Forces Special Act in those tribal areas? Will they impose a Disturbed Area Act? Are you going to impose that? And military is not a panacea for all these problems. If military was the answer to it, why is it that in Jammu Kashmir when encounters take place, equal number of our security personnel are dying? And not every, what is happening now, sir, every tribal is branded as a Maoist, and every Maoist is a tribal now. And it is the same thing as every Muslim is a terrorist. Let us, for God's sake, don't take this on this level. Lastly, sir, I would request the Honorable Home Minister, this is an issue that can be solved not with Mr. Chidambaram's brave statements or his ideas. This can only be solved if the state governments take a lead. If the state governments are willing to take the lead, if there is a political will in the state government,
yes,
the union government can augment them. The union government can help them. And I would like the Honorable Home Minister to probe that if this was an AD ops, how is it that a single policeman of Chhattisgarh accompanied them? Why weren't there equal number of Chhattisgarh policemen accompanying them? These are important points that I hope the government would respond to it. And who is responsible for all these 3,600 CRPF personnel who are in Chhattisgarh? Whether it is the state government taking the lead or it is the CRPF. Sir, these are important issues. And last point, sir, when I was seeing the dead bodies of these soldiers, security personnel, what really moved me was when I was watching their feet. Those shoes which were there on their feet are sold in market for 200 rupees. Why can't we give them jungle boots? I mean, is this how you're going to tackle an enemy who knows the forest to the back of its palm? So let the government come forward. Let this government not treat this as purely another problem. The people have responded and voted for the UPA government. Why? Because on three issues: food, livelihood and internal security. People thought that yes, this is the best bet. This is the government which can give us food, livelihood and internal security. I hope and I'm sure that this government rises up to this challenge. Thank you.
Thank you.